We'll guide you through how to install plugins in your Minecraft server. If you guys find this video to be helpful, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, ring the bell icon, and leave a like. Let's get right into it. So in order to get plugins for your Minecraft, first we need to make a Minecraft server on our computer. Or the alternative is that we use a hosting platform, for example Apex Hosting, which is actually the sponsor of this video. So I have to say a big thanks to Apex Hosting for sponsoring this video. They offer lag-free customizable servers ready in minutes. Host your own adventure today. This is tried and tested by me and my friends. We love using Apex Hosting because they offer a free subdomain, unlimited slots, 24/7 server support, and automated backups. They have made everything much easier for everyone, including adding mod packs, customizing your server to match your aesthetics. So please make sure to check them out in the description of this video and the pinned comment. So as I've mentioned, there's two ways to get your own Minecraft server. You can either get it on your computer and host it yourself, or you can host it through a hosting platform. So firstly, I'm going to teach you how to make it on your computer without a hosting platform. So just pop up in your browser, whichever browser you're using, and we need to keep in mind that basically if we want to download plugins into our Minecraft, there are specific servers that we can do that in. For example, Paper, Purper, Spigot, etc. Today, for the sake of this video, we're going for Minecraft Paper because I've tried them, I've tested them, they stay up to date and it's pretty nice. So just go ahead and search that in your web browser and also make sure to write download next to it so we get the proper results. And when you do that, their website will be the first search result, most probably. It's gonna be papermc.io. Just click that open and then we need to click on this paper button right over here because that is the server we want to download. This is the latest version and I will personally be downloading the latest one. However, if you need a different one, you could always tap this build explorer button highlighted over here. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to get the latest one and I'm going to put it in my downloads folder, which your file will also probably go into your downloads folder if you have not changed the download location. So if you want to search for it, you probably just need to open your file explorer, go into your downloads folder, and it should be right here. So what we will do is we'll come to our desktop and make a new folder and we will name it server paper. You can name it anything you want really. And then we're going to drag the server file into this folder. Click open the server, and right now the first thing we should do is probably rename this. Rename it and remove everything that it says except for the paper text. Remove the dashes, the numbers, the dots, and just leave it to where it says paper.jar. Then we're gonna go ahead and make a new text document. You don't need to name it right now. Just click it open, and over here we will need to insert a few things. I will leave in the description what you need to add over here. This is basically the text we need to add in. This will be in the description of this video, so you could just copy and paste it. This XMX4096M means that we're using 4 GB of RAM. If you want to use 8 GB or 2 GB, less or more, it's your choice. Although we suggest keeping half of your total RAM, so I'm using 16 GB, 4 GB should be fine. Once you've written this, we need to click on File and we need to click on Save As. Then we need to click on Save As Type and make it all files. And we will rename it into run.bat. Then go ahead and save it. And it should appear right here. So when we click run.bat, that should get our server loading up. Of course, it will fail for a couple of reasons which I will mention, but don't worry because everything will be fine once we've got it done. Right now it's downloading the server, so just let it be. New files are going to start popping open in this folder of yours. This is natural. This is how the procedure works. So once this is done loading up, the next step we should do to make the server run properly is open this eula.txt file. Over here, we need to agree to Minecraft terms of service. You can go to this website right here, read them, see if you agree with them. If you do, we need to change this from false to true. You could write it in all caps, no problem, and then we need to hit on file and save. I've personally read their terms of service, so I can just go ahead and agree with them by writing true. Once you have, just cross this out, and then when you press on run.bat again, your server will be running just fine. But before we do that, I do have to mention that if this process isn't working for you, then it's probably because you don't have Java installed. So the way we do that is go back to your browser, open up a new tab and write in java.com to get Java. Once this loads up, you need to hit this download Java for desktops button and it will start, and then you need to hit this again and it will start downloading. Once this is done downloading, all you need to do is open this up and follow their guide. Just click on next, click on install, and everything will happen automatically. You may also need the Java Development Kit, JDK, so we can just go back to java.com by pressing this back button over here, and over here they will show us that the JD kit is available for download. All we need to do is click on this developer downloads button right here and it will take us to where we can download it from. Now you can download any of this JDK 26, 25, 21. Personally for me the JDK 25 works pretty well, so I'm just going to go ahead and download that. You can choose your operating system like Windows. Go ahead and click on this download button and the download will start. So once this is done downloading, install this. It's pretty simple, just like the Java, and then your file should open up just fine. Now, if your files still don't open up, maybe you could try right-clicking this and then go to Open With and Open with Java, and maybe that will help your computer recognize Java better. However, if this still doesn't work, we need to go back to our browser and do this one last step, which is downloading the jar fix. So just type in jar fix download. This patches up any issues with our Java files, so we will have no more issues after running this. This is the blue button that we need to open up. Just click on this blue button and your download will start. Once the jar fix is downloaded, just open it, run it just like you did with the other two, and we should be fine. So this should get your whole server working. Now we should move on to how to get the plugins and then insert them into this plugins folder. So to get the plugins, I just use CurseForge. So open up a new tab in your browser, open up curseforge.com, and then I've already come to the Minecraft server, but when you open CurseForge, you're probably going to be at the home screen. So just click open Minecraft, go into browse all, and then in the left hand side here, we can see the plugin section over here. Click the bucket plugins, and from here choose the plugins you may want to download. For example, let's get this World Edit for Bucket plugin over here. Just open it up, make sure to read if it has any dependencies, which means that it's dependent on another plugin, so you may need another plugin to make this one work, but I don't think this has any dependencies because they aren't saying so. So you can read all this, and as long as this plugin isn't dependent on another one, you can freely download it. Go into files, make sure you're getting the same version as your server. VR, it says 121.11, which is the paper server version we have. So I'm just going to click on these three dots and then we can safely download it, and it will start downloading in a second. Once we have it downloaded, just open to where it's downloaded to. It should be in your downloads folder. I'm just going to cut it. You could copy it if you want. Go back to desktop, open up the server paper folder that we made, and then we need to head into plugins. Paste it here and our job is done. This plugin should now be in our Minecraft server, which I'll show you in a bit. Now that we've got the server up and running and we have the plugin added, we can go over to our Minecraft launcher, make sure that we're loading up the same version as we downloaded the paper server for, which is 121.11, and then we can go ahead and click on play. Once we have the game loaded up, we can go into multiplayer, we can proceed, add a server, we can name it whatever we want, for example, GuideRealm paper, and then we can add the server address. Because we're hosting the server on our own computer, the server address will simply be localhost, and then we can click done and our server is added. There we go, it's online. Just double click it to join it, and if you write /world edit, we can see that the plugin is indeed in the game because we have all the features. World edit space trace, and then trace mode is now active. So this is working. Now we can go ahead and I'll show you how you can add this plugin if you are using a hosting platform to host your server. So just open up your browser and type in whichever hosting platform you're using. I personally use Apex Hosting, so I'm going to navigate there using the link in the description of the video, or by using the link in the pinned comments. You guys can also check them out. When the website opens up, you will first have to purchase a server, which you can do by scrolling down a little bit and browsing all the packages that they offer. So you can buy the package which fits your needs. Then they'll guide you through the process to buy the server, and then you will be redirected to this page. Your server will be right here. It's named GuideRealm. We can just click it open, and the first step that we should do is scroll down a little bit until we see this game file section. This is the server that we're currently using, and of course we need to change it to paper so we can run the plugin. So click on this drop down, Scroll down until you see paper, and then scroll down until you see the correct version that you got, and the version of the plugin should of course match this version of the server. It will give you a bit of a warning about overriding your existing mods, which is fine in my case, so I can just change the version, and then of course it'll ask you whether you want to use an existing world or a new one. I'm going to create a new one, and I will restart my server later. So before we add the plugin, make sure to stop your server, because that's the next step. We're going to go ahead and add the plugin. On the left hand side here, there is this FTP file access button. Hit that, and then they will ask you to log in with your details one more time. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And once you're logged into your FTP file access, you will see the plugins folder on the left hand side. You can right click the plugins folder and click on upload. We're going to upload the plugin inside this folder, and then it will start working just like we did previously. Once you have browsed to where your plugin file is located, just click it and then open it. This will take a bit to upload, and then it will go directly into the plugins folder, meaning then you can launch your server. Now, if you open up this section of the hosting platform and you don't see the plugins folder, that probably means you need to give the server a restart for it to work properly. So just come back to this section and click on restart, then go back into FTP file access, and everything will be working smoothly. We hope you guys found this video to be helpful. Remember to like the video, check out Apex Hosting, and subscribe to our channel. That's it for today. Thank you very much for watching, and peace.